Hey everybody, it's Candy, aka Brown Eyed Girl 69. It is Monday morning, March 25th. So Monday morning, March 25th, and I'm sitting here getting ready to do my normal routine, I suppose, morning routine. I just got up not too long ago. I get pest control once a month. They've come once a month since I moved in here 5 months ago. And today was that day, and they said they're going to be here between 10 and noon. And so I messaged my maintenance man this morning and asked him, hey, is it going to be closer to 10 or noon? He said, probably closer to noon. So I got to sleep in, and then they showed up around 11 o'clock. Then I made me some coffee and took care of my morning routine business and decided to get online to see what was going on. Well, I get on and start listening to a couple of lives, and I'm realizing I can't even handle sitting there listening to what's being said. And mind you, 2-3 days ago, I could sit in this person's stream for hours on end and chat and throw out my knowledge and information, and everything was good. Now, I guess I sat in there, I can't even, because I know what I think about certain subject matters now versus what some other people think about certain subject matters. I used to be aligned with them, now I'm not. I'm going through another change. I'm starting to go through another evolution, I guess, another evolving, another step, another growth spurt, whatever you want to call it. And it seems like the people that I once resonated with, I don't resonate with that much anymore. Which is good, I guess, to a certain extent. I mean, I guess that opens up doors, right? Oh, yeah. What the heck? Okay. A mess there. But yeah, I'm just, I guess I felt like I needed to make a video to document the fact that things are changing. And now I'm starting to see it. I mean, I started to believe in it to a certain extent, and I started seeing things change and happen, but for me personally, I feel like it's somehow sped up. I don't know how to explain it. I just feel like it's sped up. Time sped up. What used to feel like a long time to me, like if... I don't know. It's just weird. I don't resonate. Resonate is the term I'm looking for. Vibration, I guess, is another, word to describe resonate. How sometimes you'll click with some people and some people you don't click with, and then maybe perhaps the person you didn't click with the first time you met him, but then 6 months down the road you click with them. And I've heard people say, oh man, this is my best friend. I used to not be able to stand her, but here we are, best friends. It's kind of like that, people you never thought you would gravitate towards is who you are gravitating towards. Not that I'm gravitating towards anybody at this specific time, I'm just using it as an example. Overall in the community that I have been involved in for the last 2 years, and on YouTube, and friends that I've really taken the time to try to get to know over the last 2 years. Some people I just don't feel like I resonate with them anymore, you know? And then other people I do. Here's an example. I have a friend that I've known since 2008, and she basically was like one of my bestest friends. She's the one that was there to support me in the process of me being found by my birth mother. And through all of it, you know. And then there were times that, you know, time would go on, things in life would happen, and I wouldn't like really talk to her that much. But it seemed like every time we connected, there was always that connection, you know. Well, I guess it was in 2019. Yeah, the end of 2019. I was in Oregon and Portland, and I was getting ready to leave out and go traveling and all that good stuff. And some words were exchanged between her and I wound up blocking her. And I blocked her on all social media. I blocked her from contacting my phone, everything. I just blocked her. And I thought, that's it. I'll never, ever speak to her or see her again. Flash forward 1 year, in December of 2020, I'm in Houston, Texas. Getting ready to celebrate the new year. And something just told me to contact her. So I sent her a message, and I think I sent her an email. And we started talking again. And I went and seen her at her new place and everything like that, because I was traveling around at that point in time. And she was in Mississippi. But even since then, things have happened. And she's no longer in Mississippi, and she's living in, I guess it would be southwest Arkansas. About 30 miles from Texarkana. She lives in an RV. She doesn't really have a life. She's alone. She's diabetic. She has her animals. She has a few friends in the little community she lives in. But I haven't talked to her since January. She hasn't reached out to me, and I haven't reached out to her. That's because the last few months our paths have been completely different paths. Where we have nothing in common to even talk about. Because most of our conversation used to be more on drama, bad energy in the world. Things going on in the world that, you know, are happening, or things that was going on in our personal lives, you know, where we needed somebody to talk to about our issues, but we really didn't have anybody to vent to. So we were each other's sounding boards, I guess. But now, I am in the space I'm in. I haven't even talked to her. I have no desire to even talk to her. It's like, I don't have a desire to talk to her. Why? Because I already know she's not going to change. She hasn't changed. I'm the one that's changed. I'm the one that's moved on with my life. I'm the one that's fixing me, you know? Because when it comes down to it, it is personal responsibility. And people need to learn how to take personal responsibility in their life for their choices, regardless. Regardless of, you know, what they've encountered in life. Like me, I've encountered some pretty rough things in life, but you know what? I'm grateful for those experiences because they've made me who I am today. Every experience I've had in my past made me who I am today. And taking responsibility for my words and actions towards myself, towards others, that's all part of, being human. Some people out there don't want to take responsibility for themselves. Some people out there want to blame others. Some people want to blame a devil. Some people want to praise God. But some people out there don't want to acknowledge the fact that there's good and evil in themselves. God created evil. It says in the Bible that God created both good and evil. So if he created it, why would he destroy it? He's not going to destroy it. And that's where these people that believe that God's going to defeat the devil and all that, how? Why? Yeah, I guess he could, destroy the devil if he wanted to, but the devil was created with a purpose in mind. And the devil, if the devil didn't exist, we wouldn't exist. Pretty much. But it comes down to basically God created Lucifer, which is Venus, the light bearer. And he told Lucifer that he was going to rule over Earth. Not rule over Earth, but he was an archangel, so he was going to be a servant to those people. Well, because Lucifer was so beautiful and thinking the way he thought, no, it's those people. I don't need to be serving those folks. Those folks need to be serving me. Okay. So he wanted to put himself in authoritative position like God. And that's when God cast him down out of heaven. It's all planetary too. Venus is the light bearer. Venus is Lucifer. So anytime you find Venus in your birth chart, like my Venus is in Taurus. Some people's Venus is in different signs. It's easier, from what I've heard and researched, it's easier for Lucifer to attack a person depending on where Venus is in their birth chart. If Venus is in Scorpio, you better watch out. My Venus is in Taurus, which is an earth sign. Scorpio's water sign. But even after listening to some of the things I've listened to about in my video last night, I watched a little bit more of that video. I don't even know if I resonate with it anymore. That's what I'm saying. Things are changing at an expansion rate that it's hard for me to even grasp or put my finger on it, because it seems like these thought processes and changes are occurring quickly. And I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, wow, have I ever experienced this before? And I have experienced it one time before. And I would say it was from 2009 to 2012. somewhere in that 3-year period of time, where I was learning a lot of things and researching a lot of things on the internet about different subject matters that people call, conspiracy theories and whatnot. And in one subject matter, in religion, more so than anything, my beliefs was just changing like this. Boom, 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 boom. Like, one night I might research a specific portion of something and think on it and think, okay, that's how it is. And then the next day I would find something and that would make me stop and think, well, is that the way it really is? And so my beliefs were always changing. At one point in time, Kelsey, she was, a kid then, she was just like, Mom, why are your beliefs changing so quickly? Why do you believe one thing one day and the next day you completely believe the opposite of what you just believed, I guess it was confusing her. And I told her, I don't want this to confuse you. You just go about doing you, being you. And when the time is necessary for you to need to learn or ask more questions about things, then that'll be when it happens. But right now, it's happening for me. That was the last time I remember an expansional energy that happened very quickly in my knowledge. It was like the schooling I was getting was very quickly because of the things that might have been getting ready to take place, and that I needed to know this information. I needed to be aware of this information for whatever purpose, Now I feel like I'm getting all this information coming in, and it's kind of like I do feel a change coming. I just don't know what's coming with the change. I just know that things are changing. I just don't know what's going to change. If that makes any sense. Is it going to be more of an internal change that then eventually reflects on the outside of ourselves? Or something on the outside of it's going to happen that's going to make people really reflect inward? Because it's going to be one or the other. And honestly, I think it's going to be the latter. I believe it's going to be an outward event that's going to change people. Because it's needed. It's needed. For growth purposes. Is there going to be a reset? Perhaps. I don't know what kind of reset, though. I mean, I know what the globalists want. I know what kind of reset they want. The one that's going to benefit them, They've always been benefited from us. Always. But we aren't victims here, okay? I mean, it would probably be pretty easy for people to crawl into a victim mentality mode and blame the government for all their problems, or blame this, or blame that for their issues or problems. But no, nobody is to blame for where you are in life except for you, yourself, and you. Just like me, I can't blame anybody in my life for what's happened in my life other than me, myself, and I. I'm the one that made the choices. I'm the one that went through with the action, the physical action of that choice. So I'm the one that's going to have to take responsibility for that choice, regardless if that choice turned out the way I wanted it to turn out or it didn't turn out the way I wanted it to. I have to take responsibility for that. Nobody else, Now, people can be influenced by other people, but that doesn't necessarily mean that that person's the one that ultimately made them make that choice. We all make our own choices. Nobody forces us to do anything that we don't want to do. Okay? But yeah, there's a lot of information coming through, and it's kind of freaking me out. I'm not saying freaking me out, but it's just kind of, I guess I'm more aware of it, and that's what's a little befuddling to me, the fact that I'm actually aware of these changes. I feel them, and sometimes I might catch a glimpse of it. But I'm feeling it more. It's more of a feeling, not more of an observation with my physical eyes, but more of an internal observation and an internal knowing that I don't feel the way I used to. And that things don't resonate with me that used to resonate with me. And that everything is as it should be. We are in the space we're in for growth. We came here to learn. We came here to experience. We came here to play. So why not just go out and play? Like we did when we were little kids, We couldn't wait to go outside and get barefoot and run around and play with our friends and do all the fun things we did, right? Well, why does that have to stop just because we turn into an adult? It doesn't. Play is necessary, for survival. Grounding yourself back to Mother Earth, meditating, detoxing your body. Your body's your vessel, your vessel for your spirit. It houses your spirit. Why wouldn't you want your body, your temple, your house to be clean and in order, That's it really bothers me when I go to somebody's house and it's messy. Even my daughter has a problem with clutter. She's not dirty as in like dirty as far as like not cleaning stuff or dirty to the point where there's trash flowing everywhere. No, I'm not. Clutter. Organized clutter. I'm not that way. I used to be a long time ago, but I'm no longer a person that lives in a home of organized clutter. Simply because everything I own is just a smidgen of what I used to own. The amount of stuff that I used to have, oh my god, I used to fill up a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house, Stuff I have now, 1-bedroom apartment. Anyways, that's enough of me rambling, talking. I basically was just talking this stuff through so I could try to have a reference point, I suppose, of where I'm at in my journey. And this thing called life. But I'm getting ready to have to go to work today. Today is my Friday. I work 1:30 to 9:30. And then I'll be off for 3 days. So, much love, everybody. Stay blessed. Stay healthy. Stay well. Yes, much love. Peace, love, hugs, nugs. And until the next time, bye for now.